This is a general reading for Aquarius for October 27th through November 2nd. So if Aquarius is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. For the month of October, I again am offering that complimentary 30-minute reading for one person who either subscribes in the month of October or puts a comment in the month of October. So if you want to be considered, please either subscribe or put in a comment, and know that I do read all your comments, and thank you so much. I do take suggestions under advisement that are posted there, and I do respond to the comments, so thank you. Now, for the month of September, I had selected 4 people, and 3 of them have not contacted me about their complimentary reading. So if you think that if you either subscribed or put in a comment in September, check under community on my YouTube, and it starts out, the post says congratulations. I posted 2 of them to name the 4 people that had been selected for a complimentary reading, so check to see if maybe that could be one of you. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. It costs nothing to subscribe. And I will not send you any marketing, no solicitation. If you like the video, thumbs up, like, that helps. The subscriptions, comments, and likes help build the logarithms of the channel, and then more people become aware of them. Now, why should you become a subscriber? It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You are entered for the complimentary reading. If you put notification when you subscribe, then you'll be notified when the videos come out. And I have a special in the month of October for my subscribers, $5 off on a personal reading. So it's normally $30 for 30 minutes, and that is either live or video, and $50 for an hour, which is now $45 live or video. So please consider that if you'd like your own reading. There was one other thing I wanted to include in the subscribers. Oh, if you think you're a subscriber, check below the video to see if you're a subscriber. Sometimes people think they're subscribers and YouTube has removed you as a subscriber. All you have to do is re-enroll, and then that will help. I'm less than 60 subscribers, and I'll be up to 4,000, and it's just been on that number back and forth for several weeks. So if I could break that and hit the 4,000, that would be great. If I could do that in the month of October, that would be pretty awesome. So tell your friends about the channel, share the channel, and it will continue to grow. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck today, and I have shuffled them, and I have my team here. Nina's on the table, and she, of course, is she loves to come for the work. This is her work, and she gets very excited. I think she likes the energy here because I got all the spirits, the spirit angels, archangels, and spirit guides of the light are surrounding us, and I think she likes the energy. Jason's in the bedroom. He's my security team. Milo is in the sitting room this morning, and he is, I guess he'll be the greeter. And Hope, my blind, deaf, 16-year-old Portuguese dog, has now decided that he wants to be a house dog part of the time. You know, he likes to, so I have the kitchen door open, and he can go in and out, and he's a little circle right there in the doorway. So, which is sort of cool. The weather's not bad. And so, you know, he just used to want to be outside, but now he's decided it's pretty good to be inside too. So let's see what we have coming up. I got a sense that Aquarius, that some of you are feeling like you're sort of wandering around, not knowing the direction to go. That you're just sort of like in limbo, waiting for things to happen. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get the Hangman, for example, with your reading. And you're feeling like you're just sort of at loose ends, not knowing which direction. You could have thought that maybe you were going one direction and then something shifted. That would have been like that tower moment. if you had a tower just happening recently where you thought a situation was secure and it was going to be going on, and suddenly the tower's there, and it's like, wow, I thought I was going this direction, and that's completely gone. It's like a wipeout. And now what do I do? That's almost like now what do I do? So let's see if that resonates with some of you. And the very first thing is the Judgment card. Manifestation coming. It's on its way. Crossed over by, there's your Ten of Swords. Yeah. It's a wipeout. You know that song, that old 1960s surfing song, and that song Wipeout, remember that? Surfing song, Wipeout. Well, and I wasn't a California person, I was a Washingtonian person, but I remember that song. I don't know who that was that sang that. Someone's gonna tell me. You know, that was the era of the Beach Boys and Jan and Dean, and I did see Jan and Dean in person way years afterwards. And one of them was in a really bad, this is nostalgia, someone will remember this, but one of them, I don't know if it was Jan or Dean, was in that horrible car accident, which he was able to perform, but he had some deficits afterwards, you know. And I was at the Oregon State Fair, and he was on stage, because I like all that Beach Boys and Jan and Dean and all of that era, plus the Motown. I like, that was my era. Now, what's going on is the Ace of Swords. So clarity. So back to the wipeout. That's how you've been feeling with your Ten of Swords. Wipeout. That you thought you were going this way, and it's like wipeout. Like, well, what happened here? I thought I was like on my surfboard, and like, you know, everything was pretty good going along, and then wipe out with that big wave. That's like a tower moment, and you had a tower moment. But, you know, I always say I like the Ace of Swords because it's the clarity card. New beginnings and clarity. And I always believe that information is important. Behind you is the King of Swords. What's on your mind is the Queen of Cups. What is it about that King of Swords? King of Swords was either a boss or an organization. It's behind you now. Something happened there at that organization. And that what you thought, it was just like, for someone, I get that you worked for a company for a whole long time, and all of a sudden it just went away. You were a long time, very loyal employee, and then something happened in the company. You know, that's really what's going on globally now, is that you think that you're working for a company, and then it's bought out by someone, and the person that buys it out doesn't know that you've been there 20 years and you're always the one that made the coffee every morning and very loyal. And it didn't make any difference. So that's part of your Ten of Swords and the wipeout. But there was like this, that was their organization. Your King of Swords is your organization. That's why you're feeling lost. Because that was like your, you know, your village almost of every day for 40 hours a week. The routine, the people you worked with, and you're feeling very lost. Okay. Know that when you're feeling lost, it's not going to be forever, because it's taking time to actually grieve that loss of that whole situation. You know, if you change jobs, if someone dies, it's the same sort of thing. If someone leaves your home, you're going through a grieving process, and part of that is that grieving that life no longer exists, and you go through the whole thing of, you know, anger and depression, and finally you just accept it, and then you're able to move forward, and then you have new eyes to see the new opportunities. And even though you're grieving all of those friendships that you don't see every day, and all the routine and the familiarity, there's going to be new opportunities, because you still have, it's very hard because you're used to seeing those people every day, but you're going to have new opportunities and new challenges, because there's going to be some new things that you learn that are going to be spark your interest, and actually you're saying to yourself, I'm too old, I can't learn that. You know, after a while you're going, boy, this is really, I didn't think I could do this, but I can, and I'm sort of excited about learning these new things. And it's like you get in touch with that spark within you about how enthusiastic you are, and learning new things and new challenges, and wanting to learn more and more and more and more and more. It's like you almost have a rebirth. But right now you're thinking, oh no, that isn't going to happen, but you will. Just give it time, heal the loss. Because what's on your mind is the Queen of Cups, and we'll see if that's related to the home too. Ahead of you is looking at some options. There's choices ahead for you, the Three of Wands. Then we have Six of Pentacles, money coming to you, maybe some help. Then your happy home, Four of Rods. Temperance, take your time and be patient. Oops, I have to move this over a little bit or we get Nina's nose. And then we have the Four of Cups. Now, it's new opportunities, even though there's some sort of loss. Four of Cups with the Five of Swords. This has shown up in every reading today, the Five of Swords. I don't know what is going on, why it's showing up everywhere, but it is. Temperance with the Five of Cups. So you have the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups. Some sort of loss has been going on. It could be for someone it's the loss of your home relationship, not physical home, but loss of a relationship or home. Then the Empress with the Four of Rods, the work with spinning your wheel, maybe putting energy out there for new opportunities. Queen of Rods. Okay, then the Five of Wands. So we have three of the four fives. You know, that's the chaos, that uncertainty. The King of Swords with work. Ace of Swords with the King of Rods. And then we have, you're reading the Hierophant, and the Hierophant's showing out a lot today with the Strength card. Yeah. So, which five did not show up? There's the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles didn't show up. But you have the Five of Rods, Five of Cups, Five of Swords, which is sort of like that uncertainty and chaos, transition. So it's right in the middle, and it's trying to define really what's going on. Where are you? That's really what it's saying. Where are you? Because I said I got a sense that you were sort of wandering and feeling lost, and that's sort of where you are. You're feeling lost, whatever it is, related to home or related to work. There's something that went away, and now you're sort of like trying to figure out what direction. I keep seeing like Moses, walking in the desert for the 40, how many years was Moses in the desert? But you're like in the desert trying to maneuver, looking around, and all you see is sand, and you don't really see anything, and it's like you're lost until you see the oasis, which is what you've been looking for, which is the oasis in the desert. Okay, so you have here, your reading is about judgment, manifestation of things coming, and feeling very betrayed. So it could have been that you thought you had it all and then it just went away. Could have been home, it could have been work. But there was a sense of loss, betrayal, that it was wipeout. What you thought was going to be there changed. And as a result of that, you feel uncertainty. Because you thought you were going one direction and it's completely gone. You got those Ten of Swords, feeling stabbed in the back. It's more than just a loss. It's also some sort of emotional thing that happened too, a sense of an unfairness, or a lot of drama. Could have been some deceit. It was, for example, in work, it could have been that things suddenly changed, and you felt stabbed in the back, that you weren't heard. For home, it could be the same thing, that you were sort of blindsided and suddenly there it was. And then also we have the Hierophant and the Strength card. Now the Hierophant can be help from above. Conventional thinking can also represent government, and then it says have the strength. So it can be that there's some things around. It could be even this organization, and it says stand true to what you believe. Don't waver, because it's during this time, even though it's a very emotional time, stand true to what you believe and know that you are, you do have your spirit team around you, and focus on. It's got the Temperance card too. So focus on the moment now, and take that deep breath, and then what do you want to manifest? What are the visions? What direction do you want to go? Because we have here the King of Rods and the Ace of Swords. The King of Rods could be a person, it could be a mentor, it could be a boss, or an organization. And the Ace of Swords, the information is some clarity that you're going to get about this whole situation. So for example, if it's a change at company, you're going to get some clarity about what options you have, for example, if they're closing it down, or if they're revitalizing it. It could be everybody has to apply for their own job, or that you're going to continue to work there, or so whoever this person is, the King of Rods, is going to give some information. The Ace of Swords is information and clarity so that you can make some decisions, and that's what's at the base of it. Could be a boss, it could be HR, it could be a mentor, but you're going to get some information, because behind you is this King of Swords, which is that organization and work. That's behind you. And the Seven of Swords is you've nurtured it, you planted the seed, you learned the skill, you're waiting for the harvest, and you put in your hard work, and you're just sort of in limbo waiting for it to happen, and nothing's happening right now. Nothing's happening. You don't see the harvest coming, even though there's your whole showing that you put in the hard work. Because what's on your mind is, it could be also related to home for some. That's on your mind is the Queen of Swords, which can represent home and some conflict in the home. It could be related to conflict, it could be related to move, but it's like some chaos. Five of Wands is basically chaos or uncertainty. Can be related to home. For someone, it could be that you're having to move. It could be a breakup in the home. It could be the Queen of Cups is a person, and there's some sort of argument going on there too. That could be on your mind. Maybe you have a family member you had a disagreement with. That could also be. Or home, and that you thought that everything was fine, and then poof, there's all this chaos going on that you didn't know that was there, and then you lift the light and you see, oh boy, I didn't see this. It's all just revealed then. Because what's coming up then is that you have some choices. The Three of Rods is looking out in the harbor. What are your choices? You do have some options, and the Queen of Rods can be you, or it can be a person that's letting you know some options, for example. And it's the ships in the harbor. They're not moving forward, and you're not moving to them. You're just sort of on hold, looking at what are the choices, what directions you have to go. If it's related to work, do you promote? Do you stay there? Do you go look for a new job? Do you have your own gig? What is it going on? And the Queen of Rods could be you with, prosperity with the sunflower. Or it can be someone in an organization giving you some options. That's a possibility. Or you're looking at possibilities within an organization. So it's different things for different people. Now what we have coming up is the Six of Pentacles and spinning your wheel. This could be applying for jobs, for example, and trusting in the universe. Or someone coming and offering you, telling you about a job offer. Or jobs that are opening up. Someone can give you some information, for example. Then we have everything is happy in your home. It says the Empress. This is having it all the balance in your life. There's the Empress and happy conclusion. You know, it's things that it could be part of your life has uncertainty, but for example, the home could be good. Because it's the Empress, it could be moving to a new home, for example. Or having prosperity in all parts of your life, health, relationships, job, home. And it's happy conclusion. The Four of Rods is usually happy conclusion. Someone might be getting a marriage proposal, for example. And then we have here, patience, temperance, don't push anything as you assess what happened. Here's your Five of Cups. Things fell apart. I think it could be related to home for some. Things fell apart. And you're looking at what happened. There's your Three Cups spilled and two on the shelf. And what's the assessment on that? And what did you learn from that? What kind of discernment things did you learn for the future? Because it's all a lesson. And, you know, what was your behavior? How could you change that in the future? What did you learn from that? As you go forward, what is the discernment that you need to have in the future? So it's all, you know, every experience we have can become a lesson, a life experience. And then we have the final outcome is, you know, this is the Four of Cups. Three spilled, one on the shelf, and looking at some sort of conflict or disagreement. So it could be related to the home. It could be, okay, if you broke up, this is okay. So if it's related to a breakup of a relationship, it could be, you know, looking at assessing what happened and knowing that there's still some strife going on. If it's a breakup of a relationship, there's going to be hard feelings still. It can be, you know, the ironing out things, the separation of the property, the hurt feelings, the you know, hurt feelings. So it's saying, people say things that are hurtful because they're saying it out of, you know, the two emotions are fear and love, and maybe they're fearful, and so they say things because they've been hurt, and so they, you know, they're saying things out of hurt. You know, the 5 stages of grief, remember, one of them is anger and one is depression, and they might be showing some anger, but there's something going on. It could be related to a new relationship, or it could be related to moving forward, or to a new home. And there's some, you know, this is like those hurtful words. It's like getting stabbed. And it can also be self-doubts in your mind too. The Five of Swords can be in mind, and self-doubts in your mind. Those negative things that you're saying to yourself. So you are in a state of change right now. You've got 3 of the 5s, which is, you know, things are just in limbo, and there's all this energy that is just, it's like trying to juggle everything and knowing that there's, it's not smooth waters yet. You're still in the rocky waters. I don't even, you know, it would have been great if we saw the 6 of Swords, for example, leaving the rocky waters and going to smooth. But it's still, you're right in the midst of it. And sometimes it's hard to see the future when you're in the midst of the storm. And it's hard to see that there's going to be calmness after the storm leaves, like a hurricane. After the storm leaves, then there'll be smoothness, but you're right in the middle right now of the storm. Okay, now I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for you, Aquarius. It can also be for someone with some health issues. I just got that. That there's some health issues that you're facing. And know that it could be that you're focused on those right now, but it's just, you know, this too shall pass. It's not forever. It's just things that you have to address at this time. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides, please show me the cards for Aquarius. For guidance for this week, angels and archangels and spirit guides. And angels and archangels and spirit guides, thank you. Okay, the first one is breathe. Yes, this is important. Just sit for a moment and breathe, even though you're in the middle of the storm. Breathe. Co-create. Yes, co-create with your spirit team. By the book. There's certain rules of the universe, including the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, you know, and even the man-made laws, to go by the book. Okay, now let's pull the Visionary I Ching card for you. Aquarius here, right here. Okay, it is oppression, number 47. Oppression, number 47. One image of oppression is a dried up lake bed with scavenger crows stalking the shoreline. Hard time can shrivel our spirits and give rise to a multitude of crows in the form of troublesome worries. Times of great loss or personal failure can break some people, but the strong of heart are able to bend with their fate. To endure hard times or even benefit from them, you're called upon to tap the deepest stratum of your identity, which is stronger than fate and incorruptible by even the harshest realities. During hard times, it is especially essential to tap that wellspring of human endurance, hope. In one sense, there is no such thing as failure. There is only sweet and sour reality. Often more is learned from the sour than from the sweet. As for our failures, as hard as they may be to accept, they can open our eyes, reawakening of clarity of vision, only known by those who have risked and tasted disappointment. This clarity and learning is the silver lining of dark clouds. When you're in the throes of difficult circumstances, it's important to be strong on the inside while remaining quietly cheerful on the outside. Avoid too much talking except to your closest friends. Your words will have little effect on most others, since your influence will be at a low ebb, and aimless talking costs you vital energy. A strong silence is the most skillful posture when facing the public during adversity. It shows that your inner core is strong enough to withstand your current troubles, and it suggests that your recovery will be complete. At the same time, communicating openly with those you trust is also essential. In times of calamity, talking and feeling are part of the healing. For those who dare to live fully and completely, failure, the final taboo in modern society, is but one part of the inevitable cycle of life's ups and downs. To never fail is to fail in the biggest way. By avoiding risk altogether, one will always fall short of what might have been. There. Okay. Now let's pull an affirmation card and your meditation card. And if you have not subscribed, please consider being a subscriber. And if you're interested in a reading, send me an email. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Right here. I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. And The meditation card this week is right here. What's the matter, Nina? Okay. Here's this card right here. Dark side. Don't hide yourself away. Don't hide yourself away. There you go. Okay, thank you so much. And from Portugal, Nina and I send you light and love. Thank you.